No questions, then?
So many questions. How's the new crop? How are your children?
Oh, the children are doing well. Some more than others.
Not everyone has the stomach for it.
We lost a talented prospect not long ago.
How did you lose them?
They were captured in Rossana.
Blondie.
That's unfortunate.
Not Blondie.
No, in the
Girl
prison
in
in Jorah.
prison.
Yeah.
What's her butt?
Well, the Empire will always yield up more youth.
Are you trying to invite him back? Is that why we're here? Are you asking him back into the fold?
Oh, I'm not doing that, no. Trent kind of leans forward in his seat and goes, I more just wanted to express my pleasure with Bren's, or Caleb's, advancement as the prodigy I always knew he was. While some students take direct tutelage and study, some are unique in how they best develop through self-discovery. Others inspired through hardship. Historically, the most talented mages have indeed walked this path. For the greatest ambitions come from those who have endured the dark and crawled their way back.
So you're apologizing then?
Well,
No, sounds like he's trying to take fucking credit.
Yeah, it didn't sound like an apology to me.
of my handful of vigilant reaches, I've had a fondness for you three. And he gestures towards the three students. They're all fenestrated or skilled in so much. And everything one could seemingly want in disciples and associates. But, and I mean this with all due respect to the both of them, their potential is limited. Unlike you, Bren. You have the eventual makings of an assembly member yourself. And don't think my eyes are the only ones upon you for this reason. Some out of curiosity, others a threat. Forgive me, Bren. I could see your gifts, and your faults and limitations. And to truly grow, you needed to be broken and left to build yourself. It took longer than we anticipated, but when you were ready, we turned on the light and showed you the door. And he kind of takes something from the side of his setting, and it drifts over across the table in your direction and lands at the front of your plate. And you see a familiar symbol, that of the Archheart.
This is why I am not dead.
Of course. If we wanted you dead, there would have been no escape. And I cannot tell you how proud of you I am. We are. And I know you hate me, Bren. hate what I've put you through. And I accept those feelings. For it was a hard choice for me to make. What I did, though, I did out of love.
To what end? To use me?
No, to show you what you are capable of. It was your parents' wish. And I told them of the spark that I saw within you. They asked me to do whatever it took to help you realize it. For the glory of your family and for the Empire. I did just that, as much as it hurt to hurt you. It is the greater man who puts the needs of others over himself, Bren. And this nation needs you.
Insight check.
We need you.
Insight check.
I got inside check.
Lying.
I flicks to Astrid's.
Natural fucking 20.
Ooh.
I'll text you real fast.
I would like to insight check Astrid.
Go for it.
See if she's going along with it. Well, not a natural 20, but 25.
25. Okay. What's your total with the natural 20, Chester?
25.
Damn. Just look at that. 2 25s.
Wow. Wow. We might actually learn something.
Okay, give me just a second.
Takes longer to text than it does.
This inside check brought to you by.
Text brought to you by Dwarven Forge, makers of the world's finest modular gaming terrain.
Oh, the curses of COVID distance. I missed the whispers. It was so much easier.
God.
2020 is hard, man.
I know.
Yeah. It's
God damn.
really hard to stay quiet
You know,
during
I know.
his
I.
speech.
Also, Matt, you know, it would be easier and faster if you just did it with Siri, with just like.
You're right. And I will tell this to you out loud because this is less tricksy. With the 25, you can. She's looking towards you with a feeling of internal conflict that you weren't expecting. You can see there is a softness and kind of a yearning, but her body language is leaning away from him,
From Trent?
from Trent. And you see a glimmer in there of the Astrid you once knew. Ever so faintly worried
Worried?
about your response.
Is Aodwolf just chowing down on his steak?
I mean, no, he's
Not fair in the
mid-chew.
world.
He's like,
Okay.
he's intently watching, and it's just like,
You will have to walk me through the logic of this long con. Because I do loathe you deeply.
of course.
But you do nothing flagrantly. Everything is very careful. So
Indeed.
how would you hope to use me as a tool?
This isn't to use you as a tool, Ren. And there isn't a word I could say that would find your ears with belief. Correct?
Say that one more time. Because of the social distance.
Yeah. There is no phrase or words I could say that you would find yourself able to believe.
It's hard to forget the past.
Then do not forget it. Use it. If I am to be the focus of your hatred, I accepted that long ago. But what you are now, what you've accomplished, those you've drawn around you, and where you go, that is because of what you've endured. Not because of a book you read in some hall with other sniveling rich children. You made yourself. Not myself. Not them. But it took that path of pain to accomplish what this is. And you're not the only one of us in the assembly to have been through similar trauma and been defined by it.
A dead-eye stare Astrid while talking to Trent and saying, "You think that my mother and father, our mothers and fathers and children, should serve as grist for the mill in this way?"
Whatever it takes to keep the people of this empire safe. The wants of one do not outweigh the wants of the many. Right? Wolf leans forward and goes, "Our parents made a sacrifice, yes. Like any soldier does on the battlefield.
If we cannot protect our own, then all of it is a failure. Why did we get into this? Why did we serve with such vigor? If not to protect.
You see, when talent rises from nothing, then nothing truly is lost. You are far more than where you came from.
So you've sent me off like a wind-up clockwork toy to serve the Empire. All right. What if the thing to do now is to supplant you, to pull you up like a weed and do better? You comfortable with that idea?
Nothing would make me prouder.
Insight check.
It's like, I know. Yeah, he means
for
it, doesn't he? Fuck,
for it.
I know he means it.
I'm not even asking.
Natural one.
Great.
Probably means it.
It's got broccoli
He
right
means
here.
it.
At this point, Jester kind of dribbles down her chin a little bit.
Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm just this
50.
food looks really
He
good.
means it.
I really wish
He
Bo would
seems
take a
pretty
bite.
honest from what you can tell.
Bo! Bo! Yeah. Eat something already.
I don't have a fucking appetite. He's disgusting.
Let's take it further. I look at Eadwulf and then at Astrid. When he is out of the picture, and you and I carry the torch forward, we will mangle more children to feed the fields of Wynandir.
Eadwulf kind of sits back, crosses his arms, looks to Astrid. Astrid looks to you and says, well, if you were to be the bannerman of this tower that we are charged to, then we do as you say. If you want to bring more into this fold, we will. If you want it to end, that's your command.
What about you, though?
What about me?
When we spoke last, I had the impression that you were being groomed for this seat.
She looks nervously over towards Trent. And Trent leans in a little bit. My ambitions and the paths laid before me are not always congruent. Bren. And she looks deadly serious towards you, with a look of stop. Trent kind of leans forward with this grin getting slowly more and more curled and confident. Any man of my position assumes that everyone I keep close is just waiting for me to turn my back. Every person in power knows that feeling, lives by it. It's the rare one that gets to choose. I just hope you don't disappoint me, Bren.
That is a lot to absorb. It has been an interesting decade, to be sure. I often feel like a failure and a success within the same hour.
And you are learning.
I have dreamed of murdering you with my bare hands many nights. So I hope it's not just flowery language you're throwing around the dinner table, Master Ikathon. This place, this country could do better. It could do it with a little less blood. Everyone at this table knows that struggle is inherent to life. But But this way is not the only way. And that was given to Astrid.
She looks at Trent. Then, take care of yourself. All of you. For the struggle never stops. And because you don't want bloodshed doesn't mean every other person that wants what you have doesn't. History and mortal nature prove this time and time again. If you are not sometimes the first to cut, you are the first to receive the blade. I've spent my life bearing knives. Let's hope you live as long, Caleb Wittogast. You're right on a cliff. Any other parlor tricks you would wish to ask of an archmage of the Cerberus Assembly?
No parlor tricks, but I had actually a question, if you don't mind, Caleb, about your past. You know, thank you so much for sending him to us in your weird psycho way, but we do appreciate making his acquaintance, however dark and creepy it was, the origins were. But you know, you I think if my memory serves, he was sort of locked away for a while in a bad place. He would have stayed there forever, right? If someone hadn't freed him?
Most likely, yes.
Who freed him?
Well, who do you think freed him? And he gestures over toward the symbol on the table that was given to Caleb earlier.
What?
What he's saying is that he orchestrated it.
So he imprisoned you and he freed
He
you.
left me shut off, and then he turned the lights back on.
Wow.
That's weird.
That's very kind of you.
Thank you.
Very generous.
Didn't need those 10 years.